Phil just going down the street, 100 miles an hour.
I straight up, I was gonna burn on you guys. See what would happen.
It's the Autobahn, yeah. Autobahn. Autobahn. All right, well, welcome back to Standby. We're recording,
Welcome
right?
Welcome back.
Are we recording?
She's like, absolutely not.
Are we not recording? Anyways, welcome back to Standby. Today we're going to be going over home prepper stuff or just
Preparedness, general preparedness, yeah.
General preparedness. Is that what they call in the forums?
Yeah, general preparedness.
Is that his name? Is that like the forum host? How do you say it? The administrator?
There's a lot of different terms that they use: prepper,
Blue Riders,
preparedness, all that stuff. But we
general-
just call it general preparedness. That's what we can go with.
Crazy.
Is that like a name for
Fringe.
somebody in particular? General preparedness?
No.
That should be your name on the next forum. General
That's actually
preparedness.
not a bad idea. General preparedness.
General preparedness. I say it.
No, instead of prepper, just put prepped. Your username's just prepped.
Ready to go.
I'm already ready. You guys are prepping. I'm prepped.
So we're going over this because of the obvious recent events around the world. You want to be prepared.
Absolutely.
Water, food, ammo, medical at your house.
What did you call it there?
Beans, bullets, and Band-Aids.
Beans, bullets, and Band-Aids.
That's got to be racist.
Refried beans or
It's got to be racist.
You know, with me, dude, it's refried black beans.
Black beans?
Yeah.
black beans?
Black beans, baby.
They're just beans, brother.
Higher
they're not,
protein, right?
They're not any specific color. It's just beans.
That's not what the can says.
Frijoles negros.
Let's start with your basic. So we're talking about home preparedness, right?
Yeah.
For instance, let's say what happened in Israel, right? You're like kind of like prepared for a situation like that.
Yeah.
For a Red Dawn situation.
Red Dawn,
Everyone
yeah.
thought that was a joke until it actually fucking happened.
Yeah, it was a Red Dawn. Yeah.
No, 100%.
Everyone thought that was like, oh, that's just a movie. And here we are.
What
Actually
is
fucking
number one
crazy.
thing you're preaching to home preparedness? First thing.
So first thing is obviously sustainment, right? So like what you need to survive. What are your basic level needs? Food and water.
Food and water.
That's number one. Like you can't. I know security is the most hype part of this like whole industry,
Sure.
but because it looks cool and it is cool. It's fun, right?
It's sexy.
The guns, it's all sexy and all that shit. But at the end of the day, dude, you can't fucking eat your 9mm.
At the end of the day, you're not
can,
drinking
but
water.
It's the last one you're eating.
Yeah, that's the last one you're eating, dude. So you need food and water is number one. And I break my personal own preparedness down into the three that I just mentioned: beans, bullets, and Band-Aids. There's obviously subcategories to that.
Sure.
But if you start off with your food, like FEMA, for example, the government, right? Fucking crooked ass FEMA recommends American citizens have.
Dude, hold on. I know what you're gonna say, but say it with your chest on this part. This part's good.
Crooked ass FEMA.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good shirt.
Fucking suggest that you have every American citizen have 2 weeks of food and water.
What would that comprise of to you?
So it depends on your family size, right? Everyone's situation's
2 people. Let's just say 2 or 3 people.
all right. 2 people. Break down. Let's go daily calories. 2,000 calorie diet. Do you have 2 weeks of 2,000 calories?
So what you're
And-
saying is 2,000 times 14, 2014.
I don't have that at home right now.
28,000 calories is what you're saying.
28,000 calories, and then 1 gallon of water a day
Per person.
per person.
1 gallon. I don't even think I drink a gallon of water today.
Well, no, you got to think about like showering,
Yeah, bird
washing
bath.
hands.
you guys shower daily?
That's
I mean,
right.
I wash my hands daily.
Shower 3 times a
Try to
day.
keep a little bit clean.
I wash
That's
my hands.
wild, dude.
We're not in a
That's
drought
wasting
anymore, dude.
water.
I'm not in a drought anymore. Down where we're
Wasting
at.
water, dude. We're in
3 showers a
California.
day minimum.
3 showers a day?
Yeah,
That's very clean.
Every time you text him, he's like, "I'm taking a shit because I'm about to shower."
That's right, dude. Well, I hate to fucking hijack this, but he made that point. If you don't schedule your shits around your showers,
Oh,
what are you
that's
doing?
all I do.
What are you doing?
So you shit and then you immediately have to take a shower.
And the shower's on. I'm shitting. The shower's on.
Well, hold on.
Phil ain't leaving no skid
let's back
marks,
up
dude.
a little
I mean,
bit.
I do the same thing.
Let's back up a little bit there.
Honest.
What the fucking isn't it like the poop particles are in the air right after you just took a shit?
No, you have to close the lid first, then you flush the toilet.
That's it.
you
That's what-
live in a house full of women. This man lives on his own. That toilet hasn't
Probably
seen
doesn't-
closed in years.
It's probably he's probably
It's open.
It's not.
It's open.
No, it's not. You
I was
leave
just
it
there the
open.
other day, and
you
it's
left-
open.
You left it up.
It's wide
probably
open.
You come into my house. You don't
It was
take your
wide
shoes
open.
off. You leave the lid on my toilet up, and he's
It was
blaming
up when
on
I walked
me.
in.
That's fucking crazy.
It was
to
up
me.
before I walked in. Anyway, so you're taking a shower. The fucking your pores are open, and then you got poop particles going.
That's
into
not
your pores.
true. So the you know why water's
Breathing
in the
it in,
toilet?
dude.
Do you know why water's
Go
in
ahead,
the
Chris, what you
toilet? For 2 reasons: to get the smell and keep
Yeah,
the
smell.
fucking particles down. The only time particles
best as
ever.
possible.
What if you got a floater?
Ever, you got some
floater.
weird shits, bro.
Oh man.
You've never had a floater in your life?
Not in recent years, no.
Recent
My
years?
shit sinks to the bottom like the
Submarine
Titanic, bro.
turds.
I got cell phone turds. It's done.
You must have a healthy diet.
It's a lot of fiber.
Fiber, dude.
A lot of fiber.
That's all it is.
Anyway, so how many gallons do you recommend per person of
It's,
water?
it's the recommended is a gallon a day per person.
Per person.
1
For
gallon
2
per
weeks,
person per
that's
day.
a lot of fucking water.
So that's 14. That's 28 gallons.
Do the math.
Yeah.
28. I'm
28
saying
28 gallons.
This is stored
Which
water.
is really
correct?
not-
They
it's-
recommend stored water, not
28
running
gallons is not a lot of water.
because you got to assume
No.
if you're worried about how much water you're using, there's either no water or they cut the water off.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to have stored.
We're going based off of like worst case scenario.
Right.
You don't have any running water, dude.
So
You're
off
just
the
going off of what you got.
the crooked ass government FEMA, they say a gallon a day per person.
person.
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Which is fair
14
because
days.
Katrina took them like what?
That's
2
where
weeks?
a lot of this shit came from. Was Katrina
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, you couldn't get in New Orleans in 2 weeks. It's crazy.
No. So
Fucked up.
1 gallon a person per day. 2 weeks of that.
And that's stored water, not
Stored
running.
water, clean.
But
You're
if
not-
a natural disaster like that hits, your fucking water's floating away.
So this
it
is
depends on where you live. Everything's dependent on where you live.
Right.
All that stuff. Like
Everything
Met
here is
TC.
we're earthquake countries.
yeah. So everything's
We're
static.
fucked either way.
so our water falls into the ground.
It's just done.
Yeah.
It just falls over and then the water's all over the ground. You're
So
fucked.
obviously you said there's subcategories.
Did you lock your water down? Sorry to hijack. Did you strap it down? What if earthquake?
Then I'm fucked.
Wow.
10.0, the San Andreas, we fall into the ocean. I'm dead anyway, dude.
Fuck the water. You're gonna be in the water. You're gonna be
anyways,
swimming
yeah.
in the water.
I'm gonna be swimming in water, dude. I'm not gonna have any beans or bullets.
So
Or
a
you
lot
could
of
have beachfront property.
lot of That's
true.
That'd be nice.
Millionaire.
A lot of
You're gone.
yeah. You're
I'm pretty sure us three have beachfront
Yeah.
property.
You'd be gone.
gone. I'm gone, dude. You guys are absorbing what I have. It's gonna be the same distance from the beach all of a sudden.
the new
Nice.
HB, dude. The new HB.
New HB.
Damn,
Main
bro.
Street, right on mine.
Main Street's coming right down J Street, dude.
Yeah.
Main
The
Street.
mayor, all of a sudden.
Main Street San Dimas, dude. San Dimas is gonna be beachfront. So you said there's a lot of subcategories, obviously, and not to jump
Yeah.
ahead, but you have your beans, bullets, band-aids. So when you have this water, your bullet stuff, what's storage looking like?
So there's different ways you could go about it. They sell different like 5-gallon containers,
Sure.
the 55-gallon drums, which is what I use.
Right.
I have both, but I like the drums. So I have all my drums filled up.
How many?
How many gallons do those drums fill up with?
55.
50. Holy shit.
Yeah, the blue drum.
blue ones.
Yeah,
blue
the
ones. The ones they use in
Yeah.
Breaking Bad to break down the bodies of
Yes,
the people they
sir.
murdered. That's great.
How many
Yeah.
drums you said?
4.
All water.
All water.
Smart.
How do you get that
Good.
mobile?
It's
called a-
hard. It's
called
heavy.
a
So it's like
dolly.
400 pounds.
You couldn't pick that shit up by yourself. It's
called a
not even
dolly.
with
Because
your
in
family.
In previous episodes, we've talked about the just get home bag, right? You're at work and some shit.
So you're
pops
going
off.
into another topic. You're going into bug
That's
out
right.
versus
Keep on
bug
track.
in.
Keep on track, Chris. Keep on
Bug
track.
out, bug out versus bug in.
So so basically,
I've never
maybe
heard that term.
maybe I was getting a little in left field, but I guess my overall thing was so you're leaving that. If you got to get out, this is for
Yeah, well,
Homestead.
you're not taking that.
This is
Yeah.
homestead
This is-
security.
yes.
What you're staying put. You're sheltering in place.
I'd advocate that bugging in is the best choice, dude. Because
I
that's
would
where all
sure.
your supplies
yeah,
are.
100%.
yeah.
all
What do
your
they say
stuff
to you?
is
What do
there.
you say to your What do you say to your little kid when they get lost in Target? Stay put. Look for help. Right. You don't want to be moving around. 'Cause
Yeah, I did that and I got yelled at by my grandma.
Same.
Yeah.
So you're so when you're doing this band-aids, bullets, and beans stuff, you're talking about staying in.
Yeah, 100%.
You're sheltered
That's
in
your
place.
best option.
Okay.
Because what
You know your neighborhood, you know your house, you know, and you have everything that
Yeah, there's
that is
nowhere.
there to defend your property as long as you have set yourself up that way. They're at your property.
You're pretty much just
Yeah.
holding it down for 2 weeks
Like-
until the government's finally back up and like coming to save you.
Because you got to
Yeah.
you got to remember,
That's
like
minimum.
he-
Minimum.
We
At a
talked
minimum,
about
yeah.
we talked about what his get home bag, and that was because he's literally because he's trying to get back to basically his homestead.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to all the supplies. Dude.
Yeah.
That he's
At
built
the end
up.
of the day. So, yeah, bugging in is always number one. Bug out is like you're overrun, dude.
There's nothing. You have no opportunity to.
Because
stay
maybe
there.
your neighborhood knows that you're fucking the guy that's got the stuff, and they're like, "I'm coming over."
Yeah.
Guess
they
again.
do now.
Yeah. So, bugging out is the last option. Bugging in is the best fucking choice. Your home is always going to be the best option, dude. You know your home in and out. Someone tries to come break in, dude. You know all the corners, the longest shot you have in your house,
Right.
All that stuff.
You know where everything is. You got supplies, tools,
Yeah.
food, water, everything.
100%.
So you kind of want to stay there.
Yeah. So FEMA recommends the 2 weeks. I'd say build up. My goal is a year. It's hard to do that shit. I've been working at this shit for, how old am I? 30 years old, 10 years, and I don't have a year yet. It's expensive. Like,
I think your water's there.
It's not only expensive, but it's also like Storage is a huge thing.
Space.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you have 3 of them, so you have 165 gallons of water.
I thought you said you're 4.
Oh, 4
4,
of them.
yeah.
Okay, you have 4 of them. So then you have 220 gallons of water. It's a lot of water to be able to have on hand. You can because you can easily stretch that to, hey, I know it says a gallon a day. I can stretch it to a half a gallon.
But also
Yeah.
to tap into that, you have that 4 barrels plus the pool.
Yeah.
So you're good for a year off of water easily.
Yeah. So
Easily.
well,
as long as you have, well, no, you. I mean, I'd say something like 6 months.
6 months. Yeah.
How
So-
many gallons is your pool?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. 10,000. I'll say 10,000. Round number. But yeah, I honestly don't even know.
Ask the pool guy, or did you fire him?
You ain't got to go there, dude.
That's wild.
Anyways,
So you got all the water.
so
All right. Well, if you fired them, that means the pool's going green.
What about
Not
your
usable anymore.
what about
It's
your
green.
blue as hell.
what about your sustenance?
Yeah. I figured it out.
Yeah, all right, go
What
ahead.
about your sustenance? Your food, your beans.
Yeah, so if you do 2,000 calories a day, that's not including like someone that's working hard or you have to stay up late. Obviously,
So what are you using to store for food? Like what? It's like,
Dry
'cause
food.
Okay, so because that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you? Because I know what I use, and I'm pretty sure you're more prep than I am. But I have my storage of what I do. So what do you use? So when you say dry food, you mean like canned foods, rice? Like what do you?
so in the beginning, I got into like to save money, bagging my own rice.
Okay.
So I'd buy the Mylar bags, I'd buy the oxygen absorbers. I'd fucking sit there for like 2 hours. I had
Shut the fuck up.
There's no way. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. So I'd open it. I buy the buckets, the paint buckets
Yeah.
that they sell at Home Depot. You fucking put the Mylar up, put your rice in, put your fucking oxygen absorbers, and then you iron it shut, and it melts shut. And it fucking, like all the oxygen is, it's like airtight.
Rice.
Holy fuck.
Rice.
White
and
rice
beans.
or brown?
Rice and beans as a staple.
White or brown?
White. Brown has oils in it, and it'll
right,
rot.
baby.
It'll spoil.
It'll
How
spoil.
long till it spoils?
Less than a
Rice-
year.
rice is
brown
less than a
rice. Brown rice will spoil. White rice is dry. It'll fucking last forever, dude.
So no Uncle Ben's bullshit.
Why is it gonna be Uncle Ben's?
It's just straight.
Cal
it's the
Rose.
most purchased.
It's gotta be
Cal-
Uncle Ben's.
Jemima rice.
That's crazy, dude. He wants
Cal
to serve
Rose
that?
rice, dude. Cal
That's
Rose.
fucking crazy.
Lots of Cal
Yeah.
Rose.
Excuse him.
Yeah.
It's what? It's like $20 for. It's like about $1 a pound, right? It's like $20 for a 20-pound bag.
Shit, I haven't done it in a while. It's probably more now. Like, 'cause I stopped
Yeah,
with
probably
that.
it probably is right.
Yeah, I haven't done the.
So what? So what else are you doing right now? Have you gone into like you've seen like those like the Patriot food?
Yeah.
And there's like all those different survival companies that are like doing like the emergency foods, like the setups. Like
Yeah.
what like are you going down those routes where it's more like
Yes.
dry food like freeze dried type stuff?
So I do like nutrient survival.
Okay.
Because they put a lot of like vitamins and extra shit in their food.
Oh, cool.
So I'll buy their stuff now because I already have my rice and beans as a staple. It's not what I'm eating mainly,
Sure.
right? So like I'll have rice and beans, and then I'll have like, all right, I'm gonna throw some of this fucking canned meat on.
Some squirrel.
Yeah.
But see, that's
dude.
It's
valid.
gotta be squirrel. Yeah.
That's valid though, because it's like people don't realize that if that's one of the nice things about living like closer to a mountain area, like you have wildlife around.
Yeah.
Like
Rabbits,
It's
dude,
super
squirrels.
like yeah, like I mean, I go up the street from my house. There's deer, there's
Coyote.
rabbit, there's coyotes, there's raccoons, squirrel. Like obviously squirrels are everywhere, but like
Yeah.
all these animals are like they are edible. They may not be fucking tasty.
Sure, but you gotta
No,
think
you-
about it in that same time. Like if you're out there hunting for fucking animals on fucking Main Street, so is another fucking 20 million people.
Then they can get the
Sure,
work.
100%. I'm not
At that
saying
point, I might as well eat a person. What am I gonna eat? A squirrel or a
All right,
person?
China. All right,
Yikes.
China.
China eats people?
Hell yeah, bro. They have like the. No, I think I'm not even gonna get into this.
You're
We're
gonna
getting way off
you're gonna
the
spit
topic.
you're gonna spit
Yeah.
shit and you better be
It's me.
100%.
I never heard of this.
factual,
I don't
dude.
know.
You
I
better
was
be
messing around, but-
100% factual.
Highest rate of cannibalism in the world.
Is
Moving
China?
on is China.
I'll have
You
to
better be
Google it. I'll have to Google it.
100%
If my
factual.
laptop wasn't
We're gonna
dead,
have
I'd
to
Google
fact
it.
check that, ladies and
Yeah, we're
gentlemen.
coming for you. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck the CCP.
If I had any kind of power in any of my devices, I would look it up.
Here you go, brother.
Someone's got some power. I've got an iPhone 11.
that's an
It's
easy.
dead.
That's an easy math. They have the most population on.
Is it math or is it fact? Now we're.
Now you're speculating off
So
of,
what
off
do I put in this Google? Most.
highest cannibalism in the
can-
world.
you can
In
do
the
that
world.
on. You
what
can,
country has
I
the
put
most
that.
cannibalism?
Yeah, I'd put that. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so while he's looking that up and making sure he's not an idiot,
Well,
that's my porn, dude. What are you doing?
I don't even know.
Anyway, so you're now you're doing like the freeze dry stuff because it has nutrient. Like, have you done any like canned foods like
He's wrong.
like buying like chili like.
Yeah, the problem with canned foods is like you brought up before, storage.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
So it's hard to store that in a room temperature
Yeah,
environment and have the room to do it.
Sure.
Like in a garage, it's not really that good because out here it gets hot sometimes.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, if you don't have a
temperature
climate
swings too high.
control in your garage, like it'll.
Yeah, it'll be fucked up.
Yeah.
So
We can run pipes.
I got a swamp cooler, dude.
Hey, we can.
You have a swamp cooler?
That's it.
Damn.
You know,
baller.
all it takes is running some in the attic, just running some piping over in there, pop it in, easy. We can get it done, dude.
We got it.
It'll cost you some more money.
1030 Saloon.
Get it done, dude.
One day.
We'll get it done.
Anyways, all right. So back to the water, the food. How much food are we talking?
It's a lot.
28 for 2 people, 28,000 calories
Yeah.
So
2 weeks.
So whatever that lays out to for you, it depends on what you
What do
want
you
to eat.
got?
Because you got to want to eat what you store. Like people, especially if you
I'll
have-
eat whatever I have to eat.
Some people
No.
don't have the willpower that you have, dude.
they've never been hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
They've never been hungry.
I've been starving.
I
starving.
Like they're
2 weeks. Oh, it was only a week, but
A week.
it was a week.
like you will eat whatever you have to. Like a great example, like when my being half German, my grandma, she was a kid during World War II. They literally would take stale pieces of bread, stack butter on it like 2 inches tall, and they would just get all their calories from butter. And then but to the day she died, you'd find an inch of butter on that fucking bread.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You never know.
Butter was a staple in her house, like, for her. But like every time she'd eat bread, it was fucking stacked, dude. Because that's one of the things she grew up with.
Yeah.
So like people will eat if you're hungry.
beans on
If
toast,
people will
beans
tell
on-
you I don't want to eat that, they're not hungry.
Yeah.
I'll eat
They're picky.
insects.
So none of like America hasn't been starving. Like,
No,
in a long-
well
yeah, in a long ass
a
time.
large
1929.
populace.
Yeah. No, that's all. You can get a lot of lessons from that though.
Yeah.
Like the Great Depression. Dude.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
The shit that they stored and people were on the side of the road, fucking just eating roadkill, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad back then. So
Yeah, if I was a homeless guy now, dude, I'd be outside of fucking Starbucks at the end of the day. They'd be throwing out their bagels and their muffins and all that shit. I'm like,
oh yeah, there's fat homeless people, dude.
Yeah, and a little blueberry muffin. Psh, check it out.
It's a little after date cream cheese.
Yeah,
Hey, you ever run by Krispy Kreme at the end, dude? Trash cans full.
Oh yeah,
Full.
I don't doubt it. Anyways, back to the Jesus Christ. Back to
Keep
this
getting
thing,
off
right?
topic.
So we got 60 million gallons of water.
Sure, if you could do it. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna calculate this right now.
Food.
28,000 calories. We're talking about 2
1,000
people.
Calories.
Yeah,
So in
for
those
two-
meals you were
so for
talking about
two
with
people-
the nutrition and the extra vitamins,
yeah.
how much is in like one bucket?
So I'll just a bag, probably about yay high, like this thick or whatever.
How many
Probably
people-
like 2,000 calories.
You have
a
One
bag.
bag?
three or 4 people in your family.
4.
4. 365 times 4.
What?
You need 1,400 gallons of water. You have 1,400 gallons of water
For a
that.
year.
Yeah.
Well, for a
Yeah,
year.
easy.
For a year, you have 1,400 gallons.
That's at least a 15,000
With that pool, you have 14. You have water for a year as long as you have the filtration system.
Yeah. So the water's good.
Your water's set. You have water for a year.
The filtration
Water's good.
system's iffy at best.
Well, but honestly, by the end of the day, those iodine pills, like boiling and iodine pills, like it'll kill a lot of the Clorox out of it. It'll burn. You got to boil it for quite a bit.
Yeah, so
you'll be losing water.
If you go back to the basics, like everything has like a temperature where it fucking separates.
Yeah.
So you can drip system and
Yep.
the chlorine will separate and the water will go over here.
Yeah.
You can always do that, but yeah. So like if you have a pool,
If you
pretty
have
good to go.
if you have a
Pretty
pool and you
good
can
to
keep
go.
Yeah.
but
For water.
But see,
Yeah, for water.
but here's the other thing as well. Like you need to make sure if you're gonna base off of that, like especially if you don't do your own pool work, you now have to make sure you know how to keep your pool at a proper pH level and proper balance so you can. Well, I mean,
Well, if he's got the filtration system and the pills, the iodine pills, not really.
you're
He
just
doesn't
gonna
need
let
to
it.
keep. Yeah, you just. I mean, I've
Gonna let it get green.
Yeah, I've
Gross.
fucking drinking water off a swamp in the middle of fucking nowhere.
that's
with,
fair, all right.
with some iodine tablets.
Yeah, it'll do
it's
it.
seriously-
It does a lot.
Gross.
I had to do it. It is
Tastes
what it
disgusting,
is.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. If you're thirsty, you want water, like it'll do it.
yeah, and you can like
That's fair.
offset that a little bit. You can buy some flavor packs or whatever, some fucking liquid IV.
Little Mio.
Yeah, just throw it in there.
But yeah, I don't
You know what I'm
think
saying? Like-
it running that big of a problem if he's got the tablets and
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got the
that's fair.
filtration system.
That's fair.
The algae, he's not swimming in it for luxury anymore. It's like,
That's survival water.
I need this water to make it 2 or 3 weeks.
Just to not die.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
So we
All
got
right,
the
so
food,
you
we
went.
got
So
the
we got
water.
food, the water. Now we're going on the. So we got beans. We got we got beans taken care of
Yeah.
basically.
So the beans
So
is
let's
covered.
let's go into bandages.
So bandages is just your basic medical stuff. So, like an IFAC.
Okay.
Right? Because at the end of the day, dude, like.
Now, are
I
you
think
keeping an IFAC for each individual in your household, or do you have just like one IFAC?
So I have like a bigger trauma bag.
Okay.
Like a. Fuck, I should have brought it. I don't know why I didn't bring it up. Of course.
Well,
not.
we've had our episode on
yeah, I think you've had it before.
Yeah, but you have a bigger trauma bag and whatever. But at the end of the day, people forget. A lot of people glorify like, oh, I'm going to do CQB on the forums and all this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking house to house. Like that's possible. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But there's no higher level of care if shit hits the fan. The hospitals, you got to think everything's going to be overrun.
Done. No
So-
electricity, no water, no nothing.
Nothing. So if you get shot, you're fucking shot. Like you're
done.
Civil War medicine.
If I
Like
twist a fucking ankle, I'm done.
yeah. So people forget that shit and they're like, oh,
Not wrong.
Done.
yeah. So like, yeah, you can have an IFAC and all this shit, but at the end of the day, dude, if the injury is bad enough, you're fucked.
Put you down.
Yeah. So you have basic level of care. You don't have any higher level of care. So, I'd say have a decent comprehensive IFAC, IFACs for everybody, or a bigger medical kit.
Big medical
and that's
kit.
that's the best you can do.
Now, what about
Yeah.
for people, let's say, who are diabetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever thought like going about something like that? Like, because I mean,
You're fucked.
you're just
dead.
fucked.
You're
Like,
just-
there's
no.
Can you hold on? Can you store like insulin?
Insulin doesn't store very well.
No?
No, you're talking about like
I don't know anything
a
about
couple-
insulin.
Yeah, you're talking about my mom was
storage.
diabetic.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're
cold
talking about
storage.
I know it has to be cold. That's all I know.
And
Yeah,
some people, they're like diabetic where they don't have to have insulin, right? They'll
Type
have
type
pills.
1. Type 1.
So, I mean, those people don't have pills stored up,
No.
for months on an end, or even maybe, I don't know how they come in
I have no idea.
prescriptions.
You can always look into natural remedies, dude. I've looked into that, but at the end of the day, if you're like insulin dependent diabetics, after 6 months, you're dead. Like there's no way to fucking around it. Insulin spoils, dude.
Cold
It
hard
goes,
truth.
Yeah, it goes bad. And then
Wow.
people talk about like, oh fuck, well, I'll just keep it cold. Well, you have to have power, right? So that also goes into your power generation. Do you have a generator? You have solar. You have something to keep the shit cold.
Well, see, and that's good. That like if you talking about earlier, like you go and pillaging, like you have a potential of other people pillaging you, and if you have
Yeah.
lights on and no one else does,
on.
they're coming to your house.
Yeah, which is why, like I'm saying, there's 3 big categories, but there's a lot of sub in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things.
candles and stuff like that, like more low light stuff, because you don't want to have your lights on at night. Everyone
fuck no.
fucking sees that shit. They're like,
Sitting-
they're
just
fucking
watching
doing what?
Netflix. They're just like, oh shit, fucking
God bless. It's like
Netflix
thermals
service
and
is still
MVGs.
running, dude.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, man. It's a whole fucking thing. But yeah, as far as the band-aids go,
So your band-aids, so basic stuff. Now, are you learning? Because I know you have some medical stuff, but I think I would say that everyone could afford to learn more.
oh hell yeah.
So would you like say that you are confident in the medical knowledge that you have? Or
Yeah.
are you looking to continue to gain that like you're doing with your food?
So that'll also break into 2 things. Like, so I'm okay with the basic medical knowledge I have, but you also have who's in your group. So like,
Sure.
so the people who are going to be with you, do they have medical knowledge?
Like you build.
Yeah, do you have a
You can coach them
paramedic?
through it.
Yeah, do you have a paramedic in your group? Do you know a lot of people may have fucking firefighters, EMTs, something along those lines,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Basic medical knowledge. If you have a fucking trauma surgeon, guard that motherfucker with your life. Don't let them hold
It's
that.
top tier, dude.
Yeah.
But he
don't-
can't do any work
A
anyway, so it
veterinarian.
doesn't matter.
If you have a veterinarian,
You could have a trauma surgeon, but if he doesn't have any fucking tools to do it or the means to do it,
Yeah, well then that's incumbent upon the person to like, all right,
Lighter
what do you
fluid and razor
need
blades.
to fix people up, and can I get it for you
sure.
and store that? But that's again situationally dependent.
We're talking about end of the world shit.
That's
At that
that's
point.
real deep stuff.
We just need to survive
Yeah, well,
Let's say we have
4
a-
weeks.
all right,
Yeah, let's say we have a month worth of survival. We have like everything's gone fuck. We had a month before like we like things get brought back together. Either brought back together or we like have the opportunity to go to, let's say, another state, another country, and whatever, because everything's
Yeah.
a bunch of shit. Whatever the fuck it was, right?
Yeah, so then those basics would cover you. You know, the basic gallon per person per day, the 2,000 calories, the small like medical kit or whatever. That should cover you for the month.
Now,
You're not talking
for
about
me,
long-term.
like even for as much training as I do, I definitely think this is my opinion. You guys can shit on me if you want, but I think the bullets piece is probably one of the like and honestly one of the smaller
Yeah.
pieces out of all.
I think so
out of
too.
the
Yeah.
three. Like, would you agree?
100%. I 100% agree. Yeah.
Because that's like last ditch effort.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything's gone to shit, including
Yeah.
like what your original plan. So now you have to figure that out, whether that's defending or going on the offensive to figure out what you need to get.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
So
That's like last ditch effort.
Yeah. Because
Fortunately,
especially if there is the potential of government being brought back in, like you're gonna have to answer for that shit.
There
Yeah,
you go.
exactly.
Answer for that.
I had one kind of weird, convoluted question. You got your beans, your bullets, your bullshit. What about your fucking dogs?
Yeah, yeah.
doing
Yeah,
this-
you
yeah,
gotta,
food.
that's your family. You got to
feeding them your rice and
no,
beans.
I'm putting my dogs down because they're gonna be barking those goddamn
Yeah.
day.
You giving away your position. You got to feed them. That's
I'm
an
putting
extra
my
body. You say you got a
fucking
family of 4 or 5.
They're
you
not
really
the
got a
only.
family of
They're not
6.
the only dogs out there. It's like okay, think about the rest of the world. There's millions of dogs everywhere. They're not gonna be only dogs,
Right, but are you hitting the Vons fucking Safeway? Or you to get
He's going on a
sustenance, or you
diet.
hitting
That is what it
Petco?
is.
It is. Everyone's suffering.
He's
Everyone's
eating,
suffering.
he's
Even
eating
the
what
dog,
we have
dude.
available.
Yeah.
That
even the
motherfucker
dog.
eats grass.
Yeah.
He's eating what's available.
He eats grass.
If I got some Chef Boyardee, that
does.
motherfucker's gonna
Like,
survive. off of
hopefully
Chef
when
Boyardee,
shit
dude.
went down, my delivery from Chewy.com just came in.
and
Yeah.
you got a month's supply of fucking.
That's
dog
what
food.
hope fucking happens.
It's
All
like
right?
most people get. So you don't have a dog. So like most people get a month's supply at a time.
Yeah.
From a subscription base. So you get a month of a bag. It'll last you all month. So if you got a month, which
Scratch
is what we're
it.
talking about,
Yeah.
you know, the government will kick in and hopefully at a minimum fucking 2 weeks, at a maximum maybe 4. You're good for the dog for kibble base.
And
Yeah.
worst case, you feed the dog every other day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which now extends you to 2.
And you fucking kumbaya that motherfucker. He'll go out and then he'll come back.
Yeah.
Just fine. He'll go out and, you know, eat bugs and whatever. the
Catch
fuck,
birds,
crap.
whatever
they'll
the
do what
fuck they gotta do.
they'll
Yeah.
do what they fucking have to do.
Yeah, they've been surviving for fucking millions of years. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Good question though.
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Everyone's got to suffer a little bit.
But at that point, you'd be like, all right, hey, thanks for the security work. Good luck.
Yeah. There's a certain point you just gotta let that dog go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
If
yeah.
Ren, I'll keep longer than Luca because Ren can actually do some damage.
Yeah. Luca's kind of
Luca
like
is fucking useless and a waste of space.
he's a mental dog.
He'll
help you out.
He'd probably help you mentally for sure. He'd cuddle up to you quite a bit, but
So we're talking water, food. How much ammo do you recommend having on hand?
So if you're just talking about a month and you're trying not to get in obvious like firefights and engagements and anything crazy shit like
It's not
What do
Baghdad.
you- what do you
It's
keep?
not
Let's just
Baghdad 03 fucking really getting after it. We're
like what do you kind of keep on hand like for yourself just to be safe? Like you probably like you don't have to give the exact amount
So-
or like all of it, but like
I want the exact amount.
all right, fuck it, you can give the exact amount. I want 2
Sell the
round.
ship. Sell the ship.
So for me personally, it's different than everyone else, dude. So I would say
He's like, I got
I
12,000
don't
rounds.
I don't know shit about shit when it comes to the military stuff. You guys obviously speak on that shit more, and the people that we know. But I bought a Ranger handbook, and I was like, all right, how much do these guys?
You can
carry?
download that for free.
I gave it to you.
I have it. You can get it
Bought.
for
Get the
free.
fuck out of it. You didn't buy one.
Kiss my ass, dude.
I sent it to you.
So
So you
like,
got
what's
your
this-
Ranger tab then or what?
I wish.
Open source file online.
Fucking what do those guys carry? That's what I was like. All right, what do these guys carry? Fucking the standard load is like 7 mags,
Did you actually read it or
210 rounds. That's what it said.
210.
did you actually read it or?
Light infantry.
Not all of it. dude.
I told you I only read like is it chapter 3 or 4?
I'm not an avid reader like that, dude. I know what an L-shaped ambush is because you.
I do not establish a
So
base
you,
of fire.
but I know you have more than 2. Like that's the fighting rounds on you.
Yeah.
I know you have more in the garage or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what do you recommend for people to hold on to?
A good number is 1,000 rounds for the gun that you have.
That's nothing. I feel like 1,000 rounds is nothing.
If you're in a firefight that you have to expend just a combat load of 210 rounds, you're probably gonna get fucked
You're
up.
fucked at that point.
You're fucked, dude. Like if you,
I would agree. I would agree with you there because I have my little like I have this little like fucking messenger carry bag that I have that carries.
It's a laptop bag. Okay.
No, it's not. It's one of those like those hip bags.
purse.
Like it's a man purse. It's a merce. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like.
Indiana
It's a
Jones
merce.
had one. How dare you?
Fuck. It's basically a merce, but it holds. But it's like one of those like it's by Vanquist who makes it.
Your hat's ugly.
I can hold. It has 2 side pockets and 1 main pocket up front. With all I think I'm able to hold 11 magazines in there, set up in that pocket, and all of them have like that's what I have, and it has green tip and all of that. So like that's what I set up because the way I thought it was like if I had to leave, I'm going to toss that motherfucker over my shoulder, and it just like I have mags just fucking because I'm gonna eat and fucking dump. And then if I have to, right? That's
Yeah.
thought process. But once again, like if I go through 11 mags, which is fucking 316 rounds because I put in 28 per.
Yeah.
You're standing in the wrong spot if you're going through 11 mags. You need to move.
That's my point. It's like if you go through that many fucking rounds, like you have a way bigger problem.
If you made it to fucking mag 3, I'd be really mad.
yeah, exactly. I probably won't. Like I
Get
have
your
decent
back-
training, but decent training can do all you want until someone comes around the corner and pops in. the
Yeah,
back
2
of
or
the
3
head.
guys. It's like
Like it don't give a fuck. So like I agree with you. I think if you had 1,000 rounds of each, like you're set. That's my opinion because.
But what do you have?
We're talking about the 1 month.
I know you don't have 1,000 rounds. I know
Have
you got
1,000
more.
rounds each.
I know you have more. What
He has
like,
at least 1,000 rounds.
at
of
least
each.
1,000 rounds. But like, what do you carry at that? You know, if
What
you
has
had-
what is your
Don't
homestead?
tell
You
him
looking
that
like
shit. Don't tell
Why?
him that shit.
What's the matter? If I fucking had the money, I'd be like, yeah, I got 10K.
where-
Yeah, but I've been
No
doing
one
this
knows
since
where
I
he
was
lives.
like 18
Like-
years old.
Say you got 12K rounds.
So I have
coming.
old ass rounds.
If I had the money,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, I've got 20,000 of 223. I've got 20,000 of 9.
That's actually
I don't
good-
have the money.
That's actually a good point though. You said you've been doing this for 10 years trying to
Yeah.
figure this out. So when you're storing this like your food, are you setting your ammo up in airtight containers?
Yeah, I dropped so I bought the ammo cans and I put the silica packs in there
Yeah.
to absorb like any moisture or anything like that.
So you get a fresh pair of shoes, you throw that fucking thing in there. That comes
Sure.
with shoes. I like it. That's smart. No, that's smart. I
Yeah.
never thought of that until you said that right now. I would do that.
So I don't know, probably anywhere from 15 to 20. Is what I
1,000.
have after 10 years.
That's
all right.
1,000. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's a good
I
amount.
would think that's pretty good because you could go out like it's not like it's
service
against
an
the law.
ambush
You
with
could go
that.
out and buy fucking
Because the
50,000 rounds.
I would say the upside to that is you like if all 3 of us came over to your house, we're like, hey,
Chris would be like, get the fuck.
yeah. First of all, Chris would tell us
of
to
all,
leave.
I would never.
Kiss my ass.
Yes,
That's a whole other point.
but
though.
that
People-
but that's
Sure.
it's like you have your community. It's like hey, we show
Combine
up. It's like
resources.
hey, like I just used my 300 rounds to get to your fucking house because I just laid suppressive fire the whole fucking time, right?
Yeah.
So it's like all right, I have no ammo left. Like you're like all right, cool. Well, like you're here, you're helping me out. Like here's some ammo because I collected up 12,000 rounds.
Pretty close. I'd exchange it. But at that point, it'd be a bartering.
Could also be a bartering tool. 100%.
So like
Hey.
the water.
yeah.
I got MVGs. Let me get fucking 2K rounds.
Well, ultimately,
that-
you're going to combine your resources.
That's the thing about this topic, though, guys. It's like it goes so deep.
It does.
Like,
You're going
it
to combine
goes
resources.
fucking way
Yeah.
deeper than just the base level. We're talking about a month.
But at the same time, if you do, let's say, that were to happen, we all go over to your house. You're like, well, you could hang out for about an hour. I don't got anything else to sustain you for the rest. So, got
See, my personal plan is I plan for people to come over. Though. I haven't.
That's what it sounds
have.
like.
yeah, but
sounds
you
like
don't
you're
want,
trying to
you
combine.
don't want to. Like, if people were like, hit me up, like, hey,
Well,
you got this. Like, no.
ask that question. Do you not only are you you said you're expecting, but are you like wanting that to happen? Are you wanting people to come over? Like if all of us fucking were on comms, like we're like, hey dude, like shit's getting real bad over where I live. Like I need to fucking beat feet and start making my way towards you. Like, do you have room for you? Like, fuck yes, please come over here. Are you saying
Yeah,
that you're
so-
like, I have the resources, but I prefer if you didn't show up. Like, where are you?
Yeah, so I'm in that position, but that's like I said, dude. It's all these years of like, okay, I started off with 2 weeks.
Sure.
When I was young, I was like, all right, if I have 2 weeks, me, my mom, whatever, who I was living with at the time, we can survive. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, if all the homies come over, I need extra this, extra that, extra this.
I'll bring the
because I've already
cassava,
got the base,
Sure.
so you're just evolving more.
But they got to contribute somewhat. Like, what do you
people
bring?
are
to
gonna
the table?
combine.
People have to contribute.
Well, the thing about it is like the contributions. It's pretty easy just being a human that can fucking know how to run a gun,
Right, pull
Because I
security.
don't have to fucking stay awake.
Stay awake.
Yeah. Yeah,
Watch
pull fire
this.
watch.
If anybody
Fire watch,
fucking
yeah.
watches.
Firewatch is huge. Like that in and of itself, dude. Because you think about it, you're by yourself. If it's just 2 people,
It's a
someone's
lot.
going to be up 12-12.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot, dude.
Especially with a kid or whatever. It's a lot to do.
It's a lot. So people are like an underrated resource in the community. People are like, oh, I'm gonna do it by myself. It's me and 2 other people. Like, if you can swing more people, it's better. It's just
Sure.
this. Numbers
fair.
on your
That's fair.
side, dude. So that's the way I look at it. But yeah.
All right, so we got food, water, ammo. Well, what else are we missing at the homestead?
I mean, if you want to like talk about someone that's just getting into it, I ask you this. I ask all you guys this. What would you recommend? Since we already went over beans and bandages for the security aspect of it, what's like someone has no gun or whatever? They're like, I need to get into this.
Access.
What would you recommend that they start off with the first one?
We talked about it on your thing. You bought one. The key to the city.
No. I'm talking about like.
Nah, I wouldn't fuck. That wouldn't be my
Yeah, that'd be my fourth.
No.
purchase.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like-
if I'm going to say, hey, you can only have one gun, and like you need something that is large enough that can touch someone decent distance with glass. Like I'd be looking something like a 308. That's me. Like I'd be like, I need a 308 because it's gonna have it'll get the distance you need to with like proper trajectory where you can put some decent glass on it.
Yeah.
You can keep it small enough to where it's like it's gonna be heavier than a 5.56 setup, but it's also like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's me. Like that's my thoughts.
22 is the most widely used
That
murder
actually
weapon in
is
the
a
world.
big argument
It's the most
in the
common.
It's a big argument.
It's the most common round.
You
is
can carry
22.
a
I'd
brick
say
of 22, dude, and be fucking set.
Be fucking.
And it's light.
But
Tenth of
bullets
a
Yeah,
is
but
not
that's
the bullets is
moving.
not our shit.
But that's also moving
But-
from place to place.
Yeah.
We're talking about a homestead setup. Like this is like for me, like if you're going to my house, if you're in the master bedroom, I got a big window that's overlooking like the main area that anyone who walks into my house, like you have to pass that window. There's I have a little table like there. Like I already thought the table goes fucking 90. Fucking
Someone's
rifle
pulling
comes up.
security. Someone's got to overwatch.
100% Overwatch the whole time. They're just you're right there, and it has the hitting power that needs to be done. And it has the range you need out of it, but it's easily movable as well, right? And you need a semi-auto setup for it.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. If you're moving around, yeah, fucking bring a 22. I have a takedown 22 that I can throw into a fucking backpack if I need to. But you have to think. I think that's what you'd have to think about it.
For me, it'd be 223. One, it's lighter. It's
a
got
decent
better stopping
compromise.
power than a
Yeah.
22. I've seen 22 stuck in somebody's back,
Yeah.
and he didn't even know he got shot. I think you were there, right? He was like, "Yeah, I got shot." I think, and then we looked and he had a 22 round in his back. He didn't even know he got shot.
Yeah.
It was unreal. Like, the round fell out of his back.
The intermediate cartridge is a good compromise. It's not bad.
It's intermediate. It's lighter. Like,
is.
I have a 308, but it's like, all right, well, I got less rounds. It's heavier. I could carry more rounds, and it's lighter for 223. I feel like I could survive a little bit better with 223 than I'll have a 308, no doubt. But that's going to be like, fuck around and find out. I'm going to stop you where you're at.
But
Yeah.
let's say
I'm gonna shoot you through your card.
That's the rifle. That's the rifle of like you're fucking posted up. You're not holding. You're just like
Yeah.
Designated
bipod's out,
marksman.
and you're just fucking sitting. You're just
Yeah, she's heavy. She's a heavy
all right.
girl.
Like, you're just fucking hanging out. You're not picking up. You're just chilling.
Yeah.
Like if shit goes sideways, like you got your fucking 223 or your 22. Like my 22 definitely would be like that's going on the back, but that's straight bug out. Like we're beating feet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's the way I look at it. But I think everyone's slightly different.
Yeah, everyone has their own little flavor. To it.
Phil's gonna die no matter what. Dude.
Fucking doubt it. Fucking doubt it, dude.
Come
I'm
up,
digging
come
a
up here to the
hole.
mountains, dude.
I'm digging a
He's
hole
got
in
the
the
ocean.
ground and I'm laying in it.
Desalinization.
Dude, the French are waiting for it, dude.
Desalinization.
Salt water.
Just got to retreat to the ocean. French are going to be there.
you could boil.
for you, huh?
You could boil the salt water, right, and drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to
It's
boil
not
it.
efficient, but you can.
You have to
So
boil
it's
it.
Rather
set
get
it-
this water up here, dude.
You have to set up a fucking.
So is
what's it
everyone
called?
else on the coast. They're going straight to the ocean and doing that too.
Yeah.
Weird.
So that actually brings. What are we at right now? 38.
Perfect.
All right, we'll keep it going just real quick. I have a question for you because this was actually something that a guy that I follow. I actually did a class with him on lock picking because I get more into it. So like I did a whole class with him on it. Just kind of learn some more stuff. That's what one of the things that he does in the military, which is pretty cool. So, but one of the things he was talking about is like. People always tell me like, hey, if shit hits the fan, like, where do your morals lie? Like, are you the person who's gonna go out and just fucking start like murking motherfuckers, or are you gonna be like, where do you land? Like, and it ranged like his polls, like it ranged pretty heavily, like where people were, and it's like so like, but it was kind of an eye opener for me. It's like, damn, there's a lot of motherfuckers who like their morals only exist because society exists.
Yeah.
100%.
Nothing
Yeah.
else but
Yeah.
that. Like their moral, like they're like, hey, like if shit hit the fan, like I'm looting, I'm killing. I was like, holy shit, like you don't give a fuck about like
No.
your morals are here just because that's what society says to be.
Well, you have
that's
to
not
think-
who you are though.
You have to think about the only thing that's happened in America the last, I don't know, 20 years. Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened in Katrina?
Everybody.
People looted.
Everybody.
They did what they had to do.
Themselves,
It went wild.
It was on and cracking.
Yeah.
But they did what they had to do to survive. I
Can't
think
beat
that
them,
would be the
join
same
them.
thing.
Yeah, but there's a certain thing, but there's a difference between like doing what you have to survive and doing things because you know you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, just dumping a dude because you're like, nah, fuck it, I want what he has, and just dump. Like that's a lot different than going like, hey, like he has something. All right, well he's taking care. I gotta find something I didn't get to. Is like, and if they try to attack you, like that's a different story. But like, oh shit, he has some water. Like I don't see any water right there. I don't want to go scavenge some more. boom, just fucking drop. Like it's a little different.
Dude, if it's
Yeah.
pure
It's a
chaos,
little
if
different.
pure chaos ensued around the country, I got to assume that everybody's like, if you're talking to me, you're not a good person. Like, leave everybody alone kind of shit. I feel like the world would kind of sink into a very dystopian, like, if this person's approaching me, this is a bad interaction. I'm having an interaction.
This is a good. Yeah, this is very.
This is
good
going to be a
chance.
bad interaction. Fuck you. Get away from me and my family. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but it's like if everyone has that same mentality of like, leave me alone.
I'm
like,
assuming-
everyone will be okay. It's the people who go, I'm looking for trouble. Is,
And
the,
they're
is
gonna
what you
be.
have to worry about.
Right?
I don't know. That's what I was kind of thinking about. Because you will have those people. Like you will have
yeah.
people just like they're like it's time to roam the streets and just like start dropping bodies.
I think that's an evolving issue. I think that's going to be months past the actual like date. The zero.
I don't know. I don't know if that would. I think you'll see it more out the gate than you will afterwards because I think it's you think about that like the majority of people will either get into their homes.
Sure, it'll be chaos. at
It'll
the
be
beginning.
chaos,
It'll
but, like-
die down. I think you're going to start seeing long after the 0 day, people are going to run out of whatever the fuck they thought they had.
Yeah, once you make it to like month
now
Yeah,
they're
but
like,
running out and scavenging is once again a lot.
the only
different
people
than-
that are left
than
are going to
just
be straight gamers.
kicking
Right.
through
After
fucking
6 months, dude, if someone's walking in the street and it's 6 months prolonged that bad, they're a fucking gamer.
dead. You're dead.
Like that's
They're there for a reason.
They're there for
They
a
made
reason.
it for
that's
this
Newton's.
long.
Who the fuck? Survival of the fittest. Whatever the fuck that is.
Darwinism.
Darwinism. That's Darwin right there, dude.
No,
like that motherfucker. Tread
Yeah,
lightly.
I changed that from survival of the fittest to the survival of the fitter because there's always someone better than you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Dude.
But think
Think
about
about
it like so like we can't survive without 3 days of water.
yeah.
yeah,
Majority of people don't have fucking water stored or saved. So that off the rip, they're gone. So in 3 or 4 days of chaos, they might be out there on the streets on day 4.
Yeah, dead.
Thirsty.
Dying.
well, that's what they said. The statistic
Which
is
there,
like
that's basically day zero.
yeah. After 6 months, 90% of the population will be wiped out. If it was an event that caused everything to collapse,
Sure.
90%. It'd be 10% of people.
I
Left.
hate to fucking take it in another direction, but people have already pinpointed weaknesses in our power grid that
Yeah.
would disable the United States of America.
Yeah, you
People
can't-
don't realize that.
Your tap gone.
If they
Water's
take out
not
the
coming
power
out.
grid, it's over. It would take upwards of 9 months, they say, to repair the power grid. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You have no power. What are you doing? IT goes down. Cybersecurity goes down. It's over. Defense grid collapses. So
At a bare minimum, what do you recommend to have?
Bare minimum.
If you can do nothing else, if you're like, hey, I have an extremely fixed budget, I have $500 extra each month to be able to spend on excess things. What are the things that you would tell them to focus on first?
water 1, food 2, medical 3, security 4, in that order.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like you could always scavenge. Like if you're not a gun guy,
You
don't
low
have a lot
pro.
of- You could just slime your way through the city.
Be a little snake.
Grab some dog food because you're not really you're not looking for asparagus. You're looking for dog food, canned,
Yeah, straight up.
whatever, horse meat, whatever. It's fucking
Whatever you can get your fucking hands
Insects.
on, dude. Yeah,
crazy.
squirrel,
I'd go in that order. Yeah,
lemons off somebody's tree, your next door
What
neighbor.
you're saying
whatever.
is buy a falcon, teach it to hunt for you.
This is Pokemon Go. Jesus.
Hey, if you have falcon, come pick up fucking all sorts of small animals, rabbits. They bring it back to you, dude. You never have to leave. You
Bare
just send-
minimum.
Just send them out.
Till he gets sick of your shit.
2
He's
weeks.
like, I'm not doing that.
2 weeks of water, 2 weeks of
you treat
food.
him
go with the FEMA, dude. At least go.
Go
with the
FEMA.
fuck-
That's
go
a good one. I
dude.
like that.
Fuck, like 2 weeks. You can't go wrong with that.
I like
it's
it.
not even
I
that
like it.
expensive.
I like
to
it.
do.
2 weeks
I think
of
that's
food,
good.
2 weeks of water, and a shit ton of ammo.
At least get a fucking pistol, dude. Goddamn.
I mean,
go
people-
grab a Glock or something.
I mean,
like
people.
that.
Everyone should own a gun. Like everyone should have a gun. But it's like, I had a buddy of mine. Like people were calling him because he has, FFL does all that stuff. They're calling him. It's like, hey, I need a gun now. He's like, welcome
It's
to
like toilet
California.
paper.
It's called 10 days.
Yeah, it's like
wait,
toilet
like no, I need it now. It's like too bad.
Yeah.
It's like you saw where the world is trending. You should have been prepared beforehand. So like everyone needs to take that. I think that's a great like ending to this. Is like don't wait
Till it
until shit
happens.
happens to start getting ready. Like start now. Like if you haven't started, start now. Like walk down to fucking the grocery store, go buy 10 gallons of water for $10.
Hey, dude, history is your
And
greatest teacher, man.
at least if you have that, like you may not be in a good position for 2 weeks, but if you have at least 10 gallons of water, you can get through.
Yeah.
You may stink to high heaven, you may have dirty fucking hands, but at least you'll be able to survive off of 10 gallons of water for 2 weeks.
You ain't dead.
You ain't dead.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
something to think about.
Were it so easy.
Crazy.
For the bare minimum, yeah. That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
I like it. Very prepared. You're very prepared.
No,
Good to know.
it's just
Stand by prep Chris.
A lot of history lessons, man. It freaks me
That's
out.
true.
That's it. That's all it is, dude.
Anything else?
Thanks for your input.
Yeah.
That was good.
subject matter
Thank you for a lot. That was good.
I'm not a big prepper. I mean, I probably should be, but
Preps beer.
I'm just lazy.
Preps beer.
So I think I have a month's worth of food and water.
I prep tacos.
I think
about
Coors
it.
which is
Light will get
good.
through it.
Like it's
Yeah.
good, but
That's-
it's not.
Yeah, at least you die happy.
I'll die drunk.
Die
I won't
drunk and
die
happy.
happy. I'll
hammered.
die
I want the
I have a lot of alcohol at my house.
I want
I'll
the
die
corner
hammered.
to cut me open, and I want to smell like Frito Lay's, dude. I want to just that's how I want to go. That's it, dude.
So that's something I was thinking. It's like, oh, maybe people should like look into their, have a map and find maybe
Oh,
a
that was
warehouse
actually-
distribution center.
That's actually a good
If
point.
there's
is-
an Amazon distribution center that that's locally, because everyone's gonna hit these fucking grocery stores.
hit
Everyone's gonna
Amazon.
hit Big Five. Fucking.
I wish we wouldn't
Yeah,
say that. I was gonna
yeah,
wait
you
till we
just
were off
fucked
the
it up.
air.
God damn it.
But
to
you
say
hit
that.
this. You hit a distribution
Cut
center.
that out.
Fucking cut that
Yeah,
out,
but-
dude. I was
but
literally
Jay,
waiting to get off the air to say
Like,
that exactly. Why
that's
don't
what
we
I'm
just
talking
go
about.
to
Like,
Costco?
you're talking about deeper, dude. This shit.
Sure.
Dude,
But
there's a lot of shit that you should do. You should have a map of your city.
Yeah.
You should have.
Do you
should
have
know
one?
where every pharmacy is. All that shit.
Do you have one?
Yes.
you do?
God, the guy had the war room ready to go, dude, for when the fucking boog happened.
He's got one of those
War room,
maps on the
baby.
wall in his master bedroom with the red,
Pins.
red, the
Has
red
the
That's
cans in
fine.
each one, dude. Where is
I know where
that?
this, and this is.
That's what I was thinking. Is like I would hit
have to
something
hit
off the beat. Like everyone's gonna go to Fonz or
There's
fucking-
dudes-
Hey, Phil.
Hmm.
Phil, how
All
many
this
how many
other
of these you
stuff.
go through a day?
a lot.
You're gonna have to buy a couple logs,
I'd
my
say
guy.
3/4
But he
of a
needs to
tin.
run it in one box and he's set for life, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
If I
He
find
runs
one,
an Amazon. Jeff's got him hooked
yeah,
up.
you ever seen that? You ever seen that video of the fucking Casamigos truck going down the freeway? God, if you love me, flip this motherfucker right now. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm gonna get it now before it happens.
As soon as it flips, you're just going right to it.
My t-shirt's off. I'm using it as a bag. I'm taking every Zyn fucking carton I
So
can find.
on your map, just to go back in your map, you think you got like distribution plans, water stuff, all
Dude,
this.
you
other-
have to have all that shit, man. Where
Do you?
Where the local fucking water supplies are, the creeks, all that shit.
I know where our reserves are by me, so I'm good.
But do you though?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
All right, this episode's gone long. Fucking
Be ready.
dude.
Yeah, but you got to know how to get.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Be prepared, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to close it out. Chris, thank you very much for all your input. It's very much appreciated. I think out of all of us, you were the most
Going to your
prepared
house.
guy.
You've been prepping for how long?
10 years.
10 years. Phil says he's going to your house, but he's going to die on the way up.
Negative.
It's a long
Gotta get
drive.
up here, dude.
The 605 is going to be
walking.
jam-packed.
I'm walking.
That's a long walk.
605 is
Have a
jam-packed.
bike, dude.
3-hour walk.
What bike?
Guarantee it. I've
Hey,
already looked.
go
it
buy
up.
yourself a Suron, my guy.
So I'm walking.
That's gone though. EMP, right?
That's true.
Okay.
EMP
All right,
is out
all right.
the
This
door.
is shit. You go grab the
Get off
EMP is a nuclear. It's
Yeah.
great.
Go grab
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
Suron.
freak
Go
out,
grab a
dude.
Suron. Grab a Suron. Go put it in a lead box so it doesn't get hit by the
A Faraday bag.
Little Faraday bag aspect, dude.
Just the battery.
Yeah, just the battery.
Just
That's
the
all you gotta
battery
do.
needs to go in a
You
bag.
just got to put the battery away.
I don't
dude.
know.
All right.
That's it. Just put the battery away.
Get us
You're
out
not
of
gonna
here.
make it.
Get us out of here.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate if you guys stayed this long. This was definitely a long episode.
If you made it this long, hit me up. I'll send you my glass.
You're gonna be sending a lot of glasses out, dude.
So, send in the comments if
send
you
you
made it to
Phil's
the end.
glass.
Someone's glad.
We will send you Phil's
There you go.
glass.
There you go.
This
I'll send you a
episode is
glass.
Phil's glass.
Phil's glass.
Phil's glasses up this time.
Is this Phil's glass?
Email me.
So thanks a lot, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Chris would be happy to give you any information on how to prep. Don't ask him anything about his personal life, though, because, well, he gave it all already. So thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. See ya.
Peace.